Hello everyone, it is Teacher Marianne here from HelloTeacherMarianne.com, and on this channel you'll find videos all about earning an income from home by teaching online, where I'm bringing to you valuable tips, insight, and need-to-know information. This video is specifically for all the ESL teachers wanting to transition over to Outschool. What's different? What are some things you need to know? And what might you not have thought about? But first, I want to tell you that I have an Outschool freebie. It's linked in my description box as well as on my website, HelloTeacherMarianne.com. I'm calling this freebie my Think Through Guide to Your Outschool Classes. It's going to help you think through what you want to teach on Outschool. Maybe you need to narrow it down, or maybe you need a place to start. This guide's going to help you. Also, if you are interested in becoming a teacher on Outschool, I have my referral linked below as well. As my referral, we do once a week coaching/trainings on Zoom, as well as a Facebook group where I admin this group with 2 other amazing Outschool teachers. And we have lives a couple of times a week to answer your questions as well. I have our group and other resources linked in the description box below. And I apologize, I keep kicking the table this phone is sitting on. I think the biggest thing that I want online ESL teachers to know when transitioning over to Outschool is that it is a completely different experience and a completely different way of teaching. I was a brick and mortar teacher and a homeschool teacher before I taught on Outschool, but because I have done VIPKid every morning for the past 2 years, 3,800 classes in a row, you get stuck in that way of teaching and doing things. You get stuck with doing TPR and doing hand motions for every word you say and speaking slowly as if you need to explain and model everything that's coming out of your mouth. When I taught my first Outschool class, I realized that I was teaching these students as if they were ESL students. They are not. Now, that's not to say that TPR and props and those things aren't beneficial, but we aren't teaching ESL. We don't need to employ all of those ESL teaching strategies when we are teaching our English-speaking students. But because it's such a habit, you're going to want to practice teaching this lesson without using all of the TPR and without feeling like you need to demonstrate the word you're saying because they're going to know it already. Another thing that I want you to think through coming over from online ESL teaching to Outschool is what you prepare for these students. We get the amazing opportunity to create our own lessons, obviously, and I absolutely love this. It's one of my favorite things to do. But again, in the online ESL teaching world, we kind of know, we've kind of been programmed that it takes like a minute a slide, and so we've kind of paced ourselves accordingly. What I want you to do is way over plan what you're going to do in your class with your student. Because again, it's a completely different experience. You need to have more than enough planned, more than you think you will get to, because chances are you will get to it and you'll be surprised at how much material you go through. Just like if you are a teacher in a classroom, and I always used to over plan my lessons. I always had a section, if we have more time, this, and this. And so I always have 2 or 3 activities at the end of my Outschool lessons. If we have time, do this, and this. And they're fun things, they're games or new activity. They're very engaging and high energy things that the kids would love to do so that we can always end that class on a really high, upbeat, positive note. And then the last thing that I want to prepare you for, coming from a one-on-one online setting to a multiple student setting, is very different. And it's very different even coming from, our ESL companies over to Outschool and using Zoom as the platform. You've got to learn how to use Zoom. Outschool offers amazing resources. Their teacher support is stellar. It's really outstanding. They email you back very quickly. They're very approachable. They're easy to get in touch with. I feel like they're always accessible, and I've used the help desk many times, and it's always such a pleasure working with asking anyone a question there, because they are very good to help and just respond and just support you as a teacher. If you become an approved teacher with Outschool, they offer a training for Zoom, and I found this very, very helpful. And basically it's just you and a few other teachers that have been hired about the same time that sign up for the slot that you sign up for, and you're with a veteran Outschool teacher and possibly a staff member for Outschool, and they take you through using Zoom in the Outschool classroom. So taking that training was very helpful for me. And then also just opening up my own personal Zoom account, because you will need to download Zoom to be able to use it in Outschool. Even though you don't open up your own personal Zoom, you will enter in through their website. There's a little enter live classroom or enter live meeting, enter the classroom, something like that. And you'll enter through their classroom and it will just open up Zoom. So the classroom will open up just as if you were pulling up your own personal Zoom account and starting a meeting. So you can actually practice and play along with all of the features in your own Zoom account. Now, some of the features will not show up unless you actually have other people in the meeting. So you could even get, someone in your family to sign into your meeting just so that you've got someone else showing as a participant, so the other features will show up. But I highly encourage you to take the Zoom training that is offered with Outschool, read their resources and watch their videos. You can type in keywords under the help part of all the way to the far right of their website. There is a little help icon, and you can click it and you can either email them right there, or you can search for the answer yourself by entering in keywords, just as if you were doing a Google search. And I would type in how to use Zoom and read all of the resources that they have available, watch the videos. Again, they just offer great support, and they've got great resources there. But using Zoom as a teacher takes practice. If you're not used to it, you've definitely got to practice. You've got to learn the different features. You have to learn also how to manage the noise level in a classroom. When do you mute? When do you unmute? I just uploaded a video about class tips in Outschool, and I encourage you to watch that video because I talk about when I mute and unmute students in the class, and how I got to the point where I finally feel, like it's flowing well in the classroom. So there's just a lot to manage. It's very doable, very learnable, but it's just something that I don't want you to think you can come in from an online ESL company and then go right into Outschool and know what you're doing, because it is a completely different experience. Take advantage of all the training that they offer and all of the articles they have on their website. They are so valuable, and they will answer questions that you don't know you even have yet. And this is just another quick little tip that I just wanted to throw in here, because as online ESL teachers, a lot of us use Google Slides for our rewards in class. And if you are a Google Slide lover, then one quick tip is to create your own Google Slides and use them as games in your classrooms. I didn't know how to create Google Slides, but a quick YouTube search gave me several videos that I needed, and I quickly learned how to do the very basic slides where students will basically give me the answer and I'll do the moving for them, because what I found is about half of my students can manipulate the screen, and then about half of my students are on devices where they don't have a mouse hooked up or something like that, and it's not a touch screen and they can't manipulate the screen. So I don't want 4 out of 5 students to be able to drag and drop, and then that one student can't participate. So I just kind of always let them tell me the answer, and I will either drag something or I will manipulate manipulate the screen to do what their answer reflects. And it's just really fun to be able to create your own Google Slides. Now, if you are already creating Google Slides for your online ESL teaching, I just want to say that it can be so fun in the Outschool classroom because students love to play these games, but it's so fun because you can create Google Slides around what you're teaching and your passion and what you love. So it's so fun using Google Slides in a different way in Outschool, and it's really adding a lot of engagement and interest and fun to my classes. Okay guys, I hope this video was helpful for those of you who are online ESL teachers thinking of making the transition to Outschool. I absolutely love Outschool. I still teach for VIPKid, and I still am very grateful for VIPKid every day, but I have definitely cut down on the amount of teaching that I do with VIPKid to open up my space to create classes for Outschool, and hopefully open my schedule more for Outschool, because it is just so rewarding to get back to that, being able to be in control of what you're teaching and being able to teach what you love and really none of what you don't love. It's everything you do love about teaching, and really nothing that you don't love about it. Once you figure out all the tech and how to maneuver Zoom and how to manage a classroom of 6 or 7 or 10 students versus one-on-one, again, you can learn it, you can do it, and it's worth it. I cannot say enough about Outschool. My kids now take Outschool classes. They absolutely love it. So there you go. I hope this video was helpful. Remember, you can do it. It might change your life, and I'm your biggest cheerleader. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.